Yo, we living in a future, bro. We living in a future. We're living in a future, bro. Get everything.
Fuck Sony.
Get everything as much as you can. Kingdom Hearts 4 is gonna be digital only. Yo, anything in the future is gonna be digital only, bro. PS3 digital store dying too. And then you know what's the worst part about it? I saw somebody post a tweet saying that there are avatars that you can have on your PSN account that's exclusively locked to the PS3 store. And I know this information as well. I knew this shit for a long time, and it was so annoying because they never ever transferred over the avatar store section, where PS3 had its own little avatar and theme section where you could get so much avatars for your account. Now a part of me is like, fuck, I gotta go back to my PlayStation 3, log in onto that shit, and now try to see if there's any themes that not themes, but avatars, because I don't want to miss out on any cool avatars now. Also, chat, this is gonna be a hot take. I think Sony did what they did because they saw how much people still downloaded GTA 6 while they announced this an $80 digital only game, and they saw how much people downloaded that shit, and then I think Sony pulled the trigger because they saw that. I think that was the reason. A lot of people are not gonna like to admit it, but I'm gonna stand on this hill and I'm gonna say the reason why Sony did what they did is because GTA 6 did so well in the pre-orders, and it made them so much money, and that they didn't have to release any physical copies of anything. It was all digital codes, that Sony was like, yo, fuck it, we're just gonna now green light this and just say in 2028 there's gonna be no more physical copies of anything. So at the end of the day, we could low-key now look on Twitter and say, hey, GTA fans, this is your fault. And I know GTA fans are gonna say, no, it's not our fault. I'm gonna say, yes, it is your fault, because y'all ate that $80 DLC digital code like it was hotcakes. Also, Neb, I noticed that too. Neb, I noticed that. Where usually Sony releases you know, metadata from like certain quarters, and usually whenever the metadata popped up, it'd be like a huge majority was downloads and then a small majority was physical. So that's what it is too. It's the newer generation. Like, don't get me wrong, I download games too from time to time. Usually I download games because here's my issue with trying to get physical games too. A lot of stores nowadays, if it's a popular physical game that people want, that shit will sell out. That shit will instantly sell out at the store unless you like pre-order and you're on top of that shit.
Fabrinsky in chat talking like this was gonna happen eventually, while he was one of the people willing to pre-order Octavie despite everything. He caused this one guy caused everything. Fabrinsky, you are an enemy of the state and a big fat liar.
Hey, Kless, you're gonna have to put on the boxing gloves and fight Fabrinsky. You said the average gamer buys 2 games a year, dead ass? Oh my god, I am not the average gamer. I am not the average gamer. Because the gun and ball game?
I've been looking through the financial reports of companies like Capcom, Square Enix and the usuals. All the reports say the same thing: digital sales overshadowed physical sales like 80% versus 20%. This was always gonna happen, sadly. Expect Nintendo to follow suit within the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Fuck modern gamers.
Look. Nintendo low-key was trying to do it, but then they got so much backlash. Nintendo was low-key. I wouldn't be surprised. Fucking, there's a goddamn fruit fly. I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo was low-key trying to do it with the game key cards, but then when they noticed all the backlash that it got, their physical games sold off Amazon. Yo, look, the last couple physical games I bought, dead ass, right, was Nintendo games. The last game I got physically was Star Fox. I'm also getting Splatoon Raiders. I already pre-ordered Splatoon Raiders. Anything in terms of Nintendo and that's physically on the game key card, I'll get it. The second I see the fucking little card with the key on it, I'm not getting that shit. Nintendo gonna be last on following everybody, and people are still gonna be mad at Nintendo when they do it. Nintendo 2-3 years from now is gonna be like, all right, bro, we're going full digital. How dare you? Everybody else gonna be like, hey, bro, we've been doing it.
Also, fuck Sony that they decided stop releasing physical games.
I mean, it's not happening now, but it's happening in 2 years. They basically just gave us, like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Sony announced it this early so they could kind of like rip off the band-aid now and then just let the shit heal, you know? Because imagine if they did it like at 2028, like a month. Like imagine if they were like, yo, by the way, in October, man, there's no more physical games, bro. GG's. You know? So they're saying that shit 2 years early so people don't bitch, moan, and complain about it, but it's still like, come on, bro. We want our physical games. You says because Xbox about to do something real stupid this week too? You said you know why else? Because the PS6 is going to be all digital? Bruh. True. True. We should be boycotting it instead of accepting it. Unfortunately, bro, there's going to be a market of people that's going to like eat that shit up. Me, like I said, the PS6, bro, I don't even see a reason for Sony to even say, yo, we're upgrading our hardware for a new console. It's like, how much better are games gonna look? You know? The games already look great. What? It's probably gonna be slightly faster on processing speeds. AI is gonna be on the device, probably. It's like, who cares? Me right now, if they were to announce PS6 tomorrow, I wouldn't even think of any reason on why should I cop that shit. But, I don't know, PS6 1000, no disc drive, no physical games, $80. And you know they're going to be stingy with how much memory that shit got in it too, right? They're probably going to be like, every console only has like 1 terabyte. Like stingy fucking numbers, like a terabyte. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with a terabyte? I'm sorry. Back in the day, you say the word terabyte and you're like, damn, that's a lot of memory. Wait, terabyte, gigabyte. How much is a terabyte, chat? Am I Pepega? Did I lose brain cells just now? Hold on. Hold on. Google. How much is a terabyte?
A terabyte or TB.
Yeah, it's 1,000 gigs.
1 terabyte equals either.
Yeah, thank you, Google. Thank you, Google. So 1 terabyte, if they gave us a terabyte, we can't do shit with that. That's like 3 game downloads. That's like 3 game downloads, bruh. 3, maybe 4 game downloads max. It's enough if you stop getting Call of Duty games. True. True. Ball and gun gamers. Depends upon the game, but yeah. Damn, chat. Damn. So Sony's doing that shit. That's unfortunate. We don't know what any other company is gonna do. We don't know what Nintendo is gonna do. I feel like no cap, chat, this year. Is it this year, chat? I feel like this has been like the most unpredictable year with gaming. Or is it just me? Where it's like there's so much shit happening and at such a fast pace. It's kind of like we don't even know, something crazy might happen next week. Nintendo is next. Imagine if Nintendo increases how much it's gonna initially go up. Imagine if Nintendo's like, yo, fuck it, it's not going up by $50, it's going up by $100. And then Nintendo recently announced that they're already doing a revision for the Switch 2, which made me go like this. Because I literally was like, yo, I'm not getting a Switch 2 until an OLED comes out. Then they announce a price increase, and then now you go and tell me that now they're revisioning the console. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? I was waiting for them to announce like an OLED or some shit. Even if it costed a little more, I don't care because I wanted that OLED screen. Now they talking about, oh man, we thinking of another Switch 2 model. Now I'm just here like, okay. Thank you for fucking me over. I don't know. You said, thank God I got my Switch 2 for free. Whoever got you that Switch 2, they love you, bro. Damn, for free? I heard it's gonna be LCD. You said, this is why I made the bet. You just had to be a consumer. No. I wasn't just a consumer, bro. I copped it because they announced the price increase. There's no way in hell I'm going to spend $500 with no game. And then if I get a game, it's like $560 plus tax, which will like throw it up to like $600 and something with just one game. Nintendo did increase the employees' pay by 10%. I ain't gonna lie. As happy as I should be about that information, it's actually scaring me because that means Nintendo gonna increase the price on something. If Nintendo giving all their employees a raise, that means that they about to increase something on our ass. Because think about it, bro. Something's about to go up in price, bro. For Nintendo to go out of their way and look at their employees and be like, hey, you know what? Y'all getting a 10% increase. Something about to happen. Ocarina of Time about to be... Oh, 100%, bro. Ocarina of Time remake is physical $80, digital $70. No cap. Instantly. You know what's the only thing... Chat, I'm not excited for the Ocarina of Time remake because I'm hoping it's not a one-to-one exact remake of Ocarina of Time. A part of me is kind of like, I wish they could add on to it, but then I know the loyalists who played the game are going to be mad if they add anything new to it. I don't know, bro. Probably going to be like Breath of the Wild. You say you'll probably still get it? Probably, but I'll probably wait on it. I'll probably wait to get it. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to wait for the game to go on sale used or something, which I know it's going to be rare. But, hey, they said the same thing about Legends of Zelda and Metroid, and I managed to get both of them shits on at Best Buy for $30 somehow, some way. If you want the physical, it's going to be gone. That physical better be on the cartridge, too. I don't want to see Nintendo talking about no, a game key card for Ocarina of Time remake. Hell no. You said, I'm waiting out on that Fire Emblem price tag. That $70, $80 tag is disgusting. True. Unfortunately, those are one of those games that I wanted to play day one, and it breaks my heart to know that I gotta shell out that much money on that game. I'm like, fuck. I'm hoping for a Majora's Mask remake. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like all these gaming companies right now is just relying on nostalgia. Heavy. Because, look, if they're remaking Ocarina of Time, you know they're going to do Majora's Mask. Then they're probably going to try to do a re-release of Wind Waker or some bullshit. Then they're going to try to do a re-release of Twilight Princess. A re-release, because that's what they're really called. It's not a re-release. It's a re-release of all these fucking games. And then everybody going to still spend that $70 price tag or whatever the fuck it is. Because I'm going to be honest, bro. Ocarina of Time getting a remake is still kind of iffy to me because I feel like the DS version of that game was excellent. The DS versions of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time were amazing. They look great. They played great. Oh man, y'all saw the news? Y'all saw the news about Sony with Bungie? Bro, yesterday I was like, yo, let me see how much people are playing on Marathon, right? Like a few 10,000s, right? Like maybe like 10. Wasn't it like 10 or 20K or some shit? Like some number, right? It was like a low number. I was like, yo, let me see how much people are on Destiny. Oh my god, bro. Bro, let me see if that shit's still like, bro, Steam tracker. Yo. Bro, this is insane, right? Like, look at these numbers that we looking at, bro. Marathon, a few hours ago, right? 24-hour peak, let's just say about 8,000, right? And we talking about Marathon. This game is new. This game is new. Then we go to Destiny 2. Wrong face. Oh my god, Destiny 2. Look at these numbers. Bro, I don't know why Sony... Bro. But Destiny 2, 24-hour peak? Playing an hour ago? 75K, bro? I won't be surprised if Bungie is closed. Bro, they're low-key closing it. They've already fired a bunch of people. Or laid off a bunch of people, I heard. I heard a bunch of people got laid off. So now my question is, Sony, Bungie, what are you guys going to do? Because if Marathon right now is crawling, bro. Even though, like, don't get me wrong, if this was like an indie developer company, this is amazing numbers if it's like an indie. But we're talking about a multi-billion-dollar company. Sony was backing this shit up, throwing hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars into this game, and this shit only got 6,000, 7,000 people playing this shit a day. You said Sony didn't even announce a PS6 reveal. I mean, like, right now in this day and age, I think it's stupid if Sony even tries to announce a PS6. We already saw the price of the Steam machine. The Steam machine, $1,000 plus. PS5 Pro is like $800, $900. We already know the PS6 most likely is going to be about $1,000. What's the difference between laid off and being fired? Shit just seems like covering the spoon for shit with sprinkles. Laid off is like you get like a you get paid though, I think, right? If you get laid off, they give you like a severance package where it's kind of like they give you money, but they lay you off. But then if you get fired, it's kind of like you did some dumb shit and then they give you a termination notice like, hey, get the fuck out of here. You take your stuff out.
The VAs for Destiny 2 are all sad at the fact that this chapter is about to close. People have been rioting for the past couple of months, and it got more traction when Bungie was announcing that they were going to close down. The CEO is trash because instead of funding the game more, he was buying yachts and cars. What a fucking prick.
Damn.
Also, majority of the DLCS was supposed to be different and better, but he kept rushing the team into making some mid-garbage.
Damn. That's unfortunate, bruh. That's unfortunate. But that's where we are right now with Bungie. Bungie's just fucking... Oh, man. It's sad to see where Bungie's at, like, compared to, like, their... Like, come on, bro. These are the people that made Halo. Bungie is the people that made Halo. Well, probably not, like, the original development team, but you know what I'm saying. The name holds a big-ass weight, bro. Bungie's a big name.
You wanna know what's gross? Sony sees the numbers of Marathon, killed all these live services, and make an announcement saying, yeah, we're gonna double down on our live service investment.
Damn.
They ain't learn shit, but they listen to consumer reports and shut down all physical CD development. Can any of you see the logic in this?
I have no clue, bro. I feel like Sony just likes to burn money and then try to make more money. It's kind of like, you know, when you're gambling and you're constantly losing, and then you're like, damn, but let's play blackjack again. This hand will hit. And it's like, bro, you're in debt. This hand is not going to hit. And then they're like, yeah, we're going to roll again. Laid off means they can't keep you doing your job. There's a chance of getting severance, no guarantee. Well, it's close enough. Do you get a severance package if you're fired? I don't think so. The CEO was only in it for the money. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's a lot of jobs in general. That's like me when I go to my job. They're like, do you do it because you love being here? I'm like, fuck no. I hate all these people. I'm here because I need a paycheck so I can survive. He said there's no logic at all. Whoever's doing the decisions at Sony does not care. Oh, man, because I feel like they got like an infinite money glitch. Also that other bullshit where they're taking away people's shows. Yo, that would have me livid. Imagine being a person who's like, yo, man, I bought 3 seasons of this TV show in Discovery Channel. And then they hit you with that email like, yo, by the way, tomorrow we taking all that shit back. And I'll be like, can I get a refund? No. But we still taking all our shit back. I'm like, damn, bro, at least give me store credit. No. I ain't giving you. No. On some JoJo. No. Darby. No. You said they lost the rights to keep them? Look, but I feel like it's bullshit, though. Because if I bought it when Sony had the rights, why can't I just keep it? You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what Sony got going on with Discovery or fucking, you know what I'm saying? If I bought it and it's on my console, Sony legit just robbing you back. Like, imagine you in your house, somebody walks in and then they're like, by the way, you just see a hand pop up and then they're like, yo, pass me that controller. And I'm like, my controller. Oh yeah, this shit mine. Deuces. This shit mine. You can't just take my shit and leave? Nah, brother. Like, No, you bought the permission to watch it. No, Tony. No. I bought it to keep it. I didn't buy it to permission to watch it. I bought it to keep it. It's in my hard drive. It's saved. It's mine to keep. But look, if anything, like, all jokes aside, all this bullshit that's happening, all this is doing is motivating people more into piracy. I ain't gonna lie. And I know how to pirate really well. That's all I'm saying. Am I saying I'm a pirate right now and I'm pirating right now? I'm not pirating. I'm a citizen. I'm paying for my games. But all I'm going to say is it's very easy nowadays to pirate. It's extremely easy. I don't want to be that guy, but it's very easy to become that guy. I just need to get one VPN. I mean, half the time you don't need a VPN, but you know what? Just to be safe, all I need is a VPN. And that's it, bro. I'm going to look like Luffy. I'm going to look like Buggy with a big red nose and clown makeup on. You said you pirate on your own Thor, though? What you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I would never use a VPN.
Hi, that was Astrobot, the shit everyone was asking for to come back. How do you see such praise for a game that revolved around most of your iconic classic franchises and said no, this ain't right? It's like Sony is taking notes from Warner Brothers since they did the same shit. Hogwarts Legacy was a massive success as a single-player game and the execs went out and said we're gonna prioritize live service games more.
It's unfortunate.
Hello,
oddity.
Papa.
What's up,
Just
Al?
got here. Did you enjoy the direct?
No.
Hope you are doing well.
I didn't see no direct
Make
yet.
sure to spam while you pump.
Damn, that sounds crazy. Spam while I pump? I didn't even see it. I will thank you for the 1,000 biddies, though. God damn. I haven't watched it direct yet. We're probably going to watch it together real soon. Thank you, Owl. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that, man. That shit going to help me get a Subway sandwich. You said, the hideout was Astrobot, the shit everybody was asking to come back. How do you praise the game to revolve around most of your iconic franchise and said, this ain't right? What do you mean, Oddity? What do you mean? Like, what happened? They had an issue with Astrobot and all the IPs that were on Astrobot? Bro stalling the fuck out of seeing it? Bro, I'm talking to chat! Bro getting mad at me. Yo, I can imagine bro just sitting here in front of the computer like, yo, this motherfucker taking mad long to watch this shit.
Here,
come on,
get
bro.
a drink too. Also, I'm gonna be in the shower while you watch.
Hey,
I
yo.
get to say that because I'm letting it ride on your wallet.
I'm letting it ride on your wallet. Let it ride. Shit, goddamn. I will thank you for the 500 biddies. 1,500 biddies. Goddamn. You talking to Oddity? Oh. I was like, my gosh. Let it ride. I'll goon into retro in the shower. Pause. Make a YouTube intro before you watch it direct. A YouTube intro. Nah, Owl's gonna have to put like a not Owl. Cow's gonna not Cow. Not Owl. Fucking Rios! Green ass Zoro Rios! It's gonna have to put like a cool ass intro or something. I don't know. You say you letting water spill down your ass cheeks? Alright, digital, like too descriptive, bro. I envisioned it as I read it. The collective response of people praising Astrobot and seeing all these old games again. People wanted more of that. And then what happened, Oddity? What happened? Is Sony not making another Astrobot? Is that what you're saying? Did they make like this? Did they make like a random decision recently where they were like, fuck Astrobot? We don't know. I mean, didn't Astrobot win Game of the Year or some shit? But the thing is, too, is like, I understand why these companies want a live service game to be successful, because then you just keep getting money.
Digikun talking a whole lot of nonsense right now. Why is he worried about the water spilling down my back?
Owl with the
Pride month is over.
100,000.
Stop letting it ride on my back, bruv.
Oh my god, Owl with another 1,000. My dude. Thank you, bro. Ah, damn. Sony's also stopping ports to PC as well. That makes sense because they want everybody to keep buying PlayStations, because it makes no sense to say, yo, Everybody buy a PlayStation. Oh, by the way, we're porting our first party games to Steam as well, because then at the end of the day, it just confuses people. It just makes people think, okay, why the fuck am I owning a PlayStation for if I could just play it on PC? That's the same issue that Xbox had on and why people stopped buying Xboxes, because then they were like, if I could play Xbox anywhere and I could just play it on PC, why the fuck do I need an Xbox? Which low-key kind of like shot themselves in the foot, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Shit, Nintendo was the one who got that right. Nintendo low-key still somewhat getting it right, but the game key card shit, I don't like it still. But as long as Nintendo keeps on putting like their first party games fully on the cartridge, I'm chilling. If their third party games are game key cards, I'm not gonna cry over that shit. You say every other company just want to be Steam and make infinite money. That's why on PlayStation and all these other companies, they want like a game that lasts forever. Sony wants to make like their own Fortnite. You know what I mean? Like their own Fortnite or like their own Roblox, where it's like it's a forever game, where it's like people will love it so much because like Roblox, right? That shit been around forever. People are still spending money on that game. That game makes so much money. Whoever's a developer or CEO of Roblox, they're making bread. Same thing with Fortnite. Fortnite is like infinite money glitch. If consoles keep going higher in price, you think we're going to lose the exclusives? Maybe. Roblox shooting itself in the fucking foot now. The endless now type shit. That's why the newer generations of kids, they don't even play first person games. I keep seeing these videos pop up on my like Instagram reels where somebody will walk up to a kid with a microphone and then they're like, yo, top 3 best games, man, that you ever played in your life. Go. Tell me your top 3 favorite games. They all say the same shit. NBA 2K, Call of Duty, Fortnite. I'm like, those are your top 3 games? Jesus. No single player experiences? All of them are multiplayer games. Random kid. They're kids. They want to play with friends. Fabrinsky, when we were kids, we weren't... Look, don't get me wrong. When we were kids, we played some multiplayer games, but we also played a lot of single player, hard-hitting story experiences, bro. It's a different generation now. A corrupt generation. This generation, it's their fault. You young whippersnappers, it's all your fault that now we're losing all our physical media because you all want to keep playing on your Fortnites and your emote dances and your ninjas and your shit. It's post-COVID, kids. It's too different. Man.
I'm saying in general, you had a game that was celebrated for recognizing all of these classics that made PlayStation loved by millions.
Oh, you talking about
and
Astrobot?
Instead of taking that reception as we should bring these games back and see
Oh, yeah.
how they do in the modern landscape, they just go right back to the status quo and make attempts at live service bullshit no one is asking for.
Yeah. Because like I said, they want to make a forever game that could like Sony has like a bunch of darts in their hand with just money, and then they're throwing it at the dartboard. And then each one that's missing is like millions and billions of dollars, and they're just praying one of them hits a bullseye so they could just say, yes, we could just now keep making money off this and like Fortnite. That's what they're trying to do, but they keep burning money, which is stupid. The CEO of PlayStation and Sony are not gamers, they're businessmen. Yeah. That's another reason too. A lot of these guys in the gaming space, they're not even gamers. You go up to like any of the Sony CEOs, I'm like, man, you guys ever played Uncharted? Uncharted. I'm like, you don't know anything about Drake? Drake. You're gonna be like, come on, man. Sly Cooper, Crash Bandicoot, come on, man. Jack Off and Dixter? They're gonna be like, Jack Off and Dixter? Oh. YouTube subscribers. Oh my gosh, bro. All right, man.